Hey, what is up people? This is Johnny and today we're going to be doing scary stories around the world. In this new series on my channel, I am going to be talking about different stories in different countries and villages where they have some scary stories that may have not been known to the community. And you will be able to actually submit a story if you would want. I will explain that near the end of the video. So let's get started into the video, and today's first story is the deal with the devil. In today's story, the man who tried to make a deal with the devil. Our story takes place in Santa Barbara, Honduras. The man Christian Flores and his wife Rosa Caballero, both who live in a very poor conditions but very humble people. He would only make 25 cents a day. With that, he would live his life. Because of being poor, their life started difficult. But it was more difficult for them to become because all they did was fight due to being poor. Christian was indeed in desperation. He started hearing stories how the devil makes deals with people in exchange for a soul. He believed Lucifer was going to give him unlimited wealth. That's how he decided to make a pact with the devil. But before he could, he had to communicate with a friend Frank to tell him about the idea. He went to visit his friend Frank, telling him about the idea and inviting him to find the devil. His friend Frank said, "You foolish man, there is no such thing as a pact. That's just bullshit people say who got nothing better to do. Besides, if the devil existed, you don't have the balls in order to talk to him."
Ha! You already know I'm a man with a lot of courage. I got balls. I'm not scared of anyone, especially the devil.
Finally, both came to an agreement and they chose a place where supposedly it would be much easier to find Lucifer. They would wait for him till 12 p.m. at night to make a deal. The location would be a sheer mountain where an old path crosses. 1 mile away from the village. Around that afternoon of the same day, Christian decided to sharpen his machete. Around 11 p.m. he went to find his friend Frank to go to the place they had mentioned. Frank said, "You are indeed crazy. Instead we should just stay home and be calm, man."
Ha! You're scared now, man.
"We don't know the consequences, man."
Look, Frank, I think you're a pussy. Let's not talk anymore and follow me.
"Alright, man." Frank ended up listening to his friend. That's when they started walking through the mountain until they made it to the site where any person could be observed. They started feeling a breeze, a very gentle and slow breeze. The two friends waited. Then Frank, surprised, he noticed a man dressed in black with a horse. Frank was nervous, thinking his friend Christian would talk to the stranger. And without taking sight out of the man in the black, Frank tried to touch his friend Christian's shoulder. To his surprise, his friend Christian was not there anymore. His legs started shaking. All he thought about was escaping. With all the panic, Frank started falling off of the mountain. As running, the man in the horse was still following him. Frank passed through a land full of trees with fruits. He saw the breeze and started feeling cold, and his hairs were up. He didn't stop running till he got home and went straight to bed. When morning rise, someone knocking on his door from his bed. He was scared to open the door. He heard creepy sounds playing. He opened the door slowly and he found his friend Christian with injuries everywhere around his body without being able to talk to. Friend went to talk to Christian's family, directing them where the incidents had occurred. They started attending Christian with medicines, but he was so scared to give anyone information of what had happened. The next day he was alone with Frank. He confessed to what had happened. Christian said,
I'm gonna tell you what happened when the man in black appeared. He started following me, but he had the figure of a bull. I started running everywhere. I hid behind the bushes. I don't know how I escaped. I prayed to God, then somehow I got to Frank's house.
Christian said, instead of making a deal with the devil, he'd rather live a poor man. Although there was a miracle in his life, the things with his wife got better and there was less fighting overall. The moral of the story is, don't try to make a deal with the devil. It's not worth it. Just for money, paper, currency, and riches. Wouldn't you rather be poor and happy rather than have all this money? Or try to find a different way that's legitimate to make money in this world. It's not worth it going through the hassle of stupid things like this. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this scary story. Even though this wasn't the scariest story I have made, I can promise you I'll have some more scary ones in the future. Also, if you want to make a submission of a scary story that you may know of a relative or something that has happened to you in the life, just go ahead and email me. My email will be in the video, as you can see in the description or in the video. Just email me at that email and submit your stories, and you might actually be featured in the next video. Also, if you haven't checked out some of my previous videos, make sure to click on the two boxes in the middle to go ahead and check them out.